Oh, getting a migraine. I got a comment the other day asking if I've ever fallen off the chair doing the chair gag. I almost did just then. Now, I'm always going to be the tank top guy, don't worry, but that Wendigoon, you know, he might be onto something with these Walmart Hawaiian shirts. This is like the comfiest thing with sleeves that I've ever worn, and it was like $10. Or maybe it's just that I've reached a certain age to where I like these shirts now, because I did just turn 28, and like the day after I turned 28, I bought this shirt. So maybe it's that. But what's up, friends? DenDenBMX here. You're crooked and I can't do it. I gotta fix it. A few videos ago, we were talking about some of my higher end Balisongs. And in part of that video, we focused on this Bxndxgeknives Stitch that I've got right here. And in that video, I talked about how I absolutely adore this Balisong and how there's only one thing I would change. And that is the color of the plastic spacers and inlays on this Balisong. And these spacers are of course made by Zippy. And after that video, Zippy hit me up and he was like, "Hey girl, you got a shovel in that back pocket?"
Because I'm digging that ass.
And then a few days later, I ended up getting a little package from Senor Zippy. And inside that package are the new spacers that he offered to send me. But he didn't just send me those, he sent me a gaggle-ass of other stuff too. So there's spacers, there's some bite handle indicators, there's a bunch of the X inlays, then there's a pair of like the little Zippy end caps. And they're all in blue. That's hot. So a huge shout out and a thank you to both Zippy and to Bxndxgeknives as always. Definitely go support those guys and check out their products. They make some pretty dang cool stuff. Stuff that we are going to be featuring in today's video, because in today's video, we are going to be fixing the one thing that I dislike about my personal Bxndxgeknives Stitch. So we're going to get rid of all this red stuff and then we're going to throw some pretty blue plastics onto this thing and see what she looks like. Now I know some of you are saying, Den, my big bad boner daddy, what are you gonna do with these red inlays? Don't you worry, I got that covered. I hit up Will Hirsch, he let me borrow a Brandon Baker clone. I'm just gonna shove him down that thing's throat. The spacers will like it, I think the Brandon clone will like it. Symbiotic relationship. So we're going to swap out all that stuff on the Stitch and then we are going to flip it for a little bit, but then after that we are going to flip my BBSuperfly because I made a little change to this Balisong too and I feel like it made it like 10 times better. Anywho, real quick before we get into it, I just want to say thank you guys for all the recent love and support you've shown me on all my videos. It truly just clogs my arteries with love. As always, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, definitely let me know and help the engagement on this video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, share the video around. And if you regularly watch this channel and you haven't already subscribed, well, I just gotta ask, what's it like looking, sounding, and smelling like an anteater penis? We are on the road to 20,000 subs, and any help towards that endeavor is greatly appreciated, but I'm done being a tool. Let's go, what are we doing? We're replacing plastics on a very niche fidget toy. Let's get to it. Okay, here is Senor Stitch from Bxndxgeknives. Just kidding, it's Bxndxgeknives. I said that on purpose this time. I'm finally getting used to saying Bxndxgeknives instead of Bxndxgeknives. Only took me like 4 years. So I think to get started, we just unscrew this little shittle dick right here. Make sure to keep track of those screws. Don't want to lose them. Almost thought I lost that one like immediately. I hope you guys are enjoying this view of Dark Magician Girl's legs. Yeah, so leave a like for that, you little perverts. Yeah, I'm the one who owns it, but I'm not the weird one. All right, we got those 4 little tittle shits out of the way. There we go. Oh yeah, I gotta put the weights in. Can't forget. Oh, wait. I said, oh, wait, and I'm talking about the weights. I am fucking hilarious. Now, how do we pop out these inlays? Hoping I can figure out how to do this in a way where I don't have to completely dismantle the handles. Where do they pop in? So I think if I just stick my Torx wrench in here and then just push on the inlay, it should come out. Come on, boy. Man, I don't want to take this thing all the way apart. It's gonna stink. Hold on, I know I can get these out without taking the handles apart. Okay, I got it like halfway out. If I just push, I can get it. Oh, there we go. I got one. Now, theoretically, I should just be able to stick this through here. Punch this one out this way. Oh, it worked. Leave a like because it halfway worked. Okay, I got it. All right, we're two of the way there. Slut. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna put some elbow grease into this little fart knocker. There we go. Okay, the Stitch is now naked. Let's see what little goodies Mr. Zippy got us here. Pop this open. Dump all this schlock out. This wasn't the only thing he sent me, by the way. He also sent me these 2 really cool stickers, you see? There's a, oh, what the hell? Oh, there's a note. Okay, so don't touch the hollow ones with my fingers, because the hollow gets dulled. So get away. You go over there. Do these Zippy caps fit on a... Oh my god, it does. We're going to have to try them in the flipping demo. Holy shit. So no matter what, we're going to put these light blue spacers in. So we could choose the black hollow inlays, we could choose the turquoise inlays, or we could choose these darker blue inlays. I don't know about you guys, but those darker blue ones are tickling my particular pickle quite hard right now. So, yeah. yeah, I guess we'll do that. Let's swap out the spacers first. This is also like substantially harder to do when there's a camera in front of you and what you're looking at. Okay, got that one in off camera too. Can we get one of them in on camera? If we can get one of them in on camera, you gotta leave a like. Ow! I just stabbed myself in the thumb. Look at that, I just put an indent in my thumb. That's tight. Leave a like for that. But also leave a like because we're gonna get this in first try. You guys aren't liking the video hard enough. This still counts as the first attempt. What if I just... Oh, yeah, that worked. We did it. Got it on first try, on camera. Leave a like. Boom. Oh, it's way easier if I just left it on... That's way easier to do it like that. Now we can just plop these on in here. Ooh, man, that looks so much better. Ooh, we might have to do the turquoise inserts, fellas. If this one would pop in. Get in your place, boy. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. The turquoise spacers are looking pretty fine, boys. I think actually we're going to be putting the turquoise spacers in. See, I told you guys I'd be able to do this without completely dismantling the knife. Bada boom. One more. Why don't I just strip the absolute dog shit out of this one. Ooh, that looks sick. Color me cranked. Alright, now let's get some of these spassoirs. Are these directional? I'm gonna assume it's that direction. But you know what they say about assuming? It makes an ass out of you and me. Get it? Because like that's how assume is spelled. It's spelled like ass, you, me. You guys get it? Get in there, boy. You are gonna cooperate. Ooh, it's looking pretty dang stinky with the turquoise. I keep wanting to say cyan. I thought these inlays were like hard plastic. I didn't know they were soft plastic. But you know what they say about assuming? Pop in, and that one was the easiest out of all of them. Ooh, you know what? I think we can put inlays in this one too. And just like that, my stitch looks so much cooler now. Woohoo! Look at that, man. Should I get the blade bias thumbnail? I can do that too, Ethan. Alright, ladies and genitals. No more pussyfooting around. Let's go flip this thing. Alright, let's play around with this new turquoisified stitch, shall we? Now, this little mini project was a completely visual change. Like, I was literally just changing the color. The spacers are like the exact same weight, and I didn't add any of like the little tungsten weights that you can put in those spacers, mainly because I don't know where mine are. I know I have some somewhere. Yeah, you saw all the other holes that was in the Zippy spacer. You can put little tungsten balls in there and you can adjust the weight balance of this Balisong. All right, let's bust out a little Dubel Cisoire. Oh, I got it. Knife got all wonky, but try and get a little cleaner one. There we go. That one was a bit cleaner. Yeah, in the last video with this Balisong, I was struggling with my double scissors for quite a while for some reason. My brain just kept giving me a big error 404 message, and I just could not land one that day. And yeah, me personally, I'm enjoying these turquoise spacers and inlays quite a lot. I don't know about you guys. Ow. Ah, come on, I need to land this. My fingers are starting to cramp because I'm doing choker fans too much. Ah, man, that was really gross. I want to get it a little cleaner than that. Whatever, we're gonna take that one. It was gross. I was probably breathing way too hard while I was doing it, but we're gonna stick with that one. Like, I can see them in the air while I'm flipping, and it's doing that like streak effect thing sometimes. I quite like the way that looks. Oh, another double scissor. Oh, wasn't the ladder, but this works too, I suppose. Yeah, she's a bit nutty as well, folks. I am very glad I finally got around to doing this. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with this project. It was real simple, real easy, only took me a couple minutes, and I think my stitch looks just 10 times better now. Ugh. Yeah, it still flips as awesome as it always has. Once again, huge shout out to Zippy and to Bxndxgeknives. Definitely give them both a follow and go support those guys. They definitely deserve it. And yeah, thanks for hooking it up with the new spacers, Zippy. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the turquoise ones in for now. And the next time we make a video with the stitch, I'll throw in either the holographic inlays or the darker blue inlays. Then, of course, the next time we feature the stitch, I'll throw in the other set of inlays into this thing. That way they'll all have like their own little separate video to shine a little bit, and it'll give me some time to figure out which one my favorite is. Before we can switch to the other Balisong we're going to flip today, we got to throw on these Zippy end caps and see what they do to this here stitch. Okay, so it did change the weight balance a little bit, even though these don't have any weights in them, I don't think. I think they did make this Balisong just ever so slightly more handle bias. And, I mean, it feels good. I think I prefer the way the stitch flips without, but that just might be because I'm used to how it flips without these. And, like I said, I just noticed the weight difference, like, immediately. It's not huge or anything, but it is noticeable. Ooh, still fan with it. Oh yeah, one more thing. In the last video that this Balisong was featured in, we also featured my LDY Cygnus and my Fellowship Blades Empress. The LDY Cygnus has since been sold. It is no longer mine. It is off to its new home. I will miss it, but it's okay because the money that I got from that is going to be used to get a grail that I have been wanting for quite a long time. Yeah, I am also selling my Fellowship Blades Empress. So if you are interested in this Balisong, I would like for you to 1, be located in the continental United States, please, and 2, feel free to message me on my Instagram at DenDenBMX. I believe I paid $500 for this thing, but I'd sell it for somewhere around like $400, $450, something like that. But yeah, if you want this thing, hit me up on Instagram at DenDenBMX. All right, so for the last little part of this video, let's talk about the BBSuperfly. I've had this Balisong for a little while now, and I'm still a pretty dang big fan of it. Do the parabolic line. Ooh. Yeah, this Balisong still feels really, really good to flip. It feels different from my other titanium Balisongs, but it's still very, very flippable and very fun to mess around with. Oh, double scissor first try. I think that one went out of frame a little bit, but we just busted out another one right there. You know what? Let's do a triple scissor instead of a double scissor. Ooh, first try on the triple scissor was a little gross, but it was still first try. Woo. So yeah, I've been a pretty big fan of this Balisong ever since I got it. But just like on the Bxndxgeknives Stitch, there is an adjustable weight system here in the back of the handles. I mean, it works in a different way. See, what BBBarfly does for their weight systems is they use little brass weights. I don't know if I'll be able to get it to where you can see it, but there's little inserts on the insides of the handles that the brass weights just kind of sit in, and you can fit 2 in each handle. Now, when I first got the Superfly, they sent it to me with 1 brass weight in each handle, but the brass weight was on the insert that's kind of up here, a little further up in the handles instead of at the end, and it did feel a little weird to me. So eventually I took that brass weight and I took it out of this slot, and instead I put it at the slot at the very, very end of the handles. That way the butt weight of this Balisong was right at the end, and it did feel a lot better. It didn't feel as like awkward to flip, and I did leave it like that for a little while, but eventually I wanted to change it up again because it was palm fanning weird. So what I thought would fix it would be putting a second brass weight into each handle. That way both the slots are filled up. And I mean, it still flipped really good like that, but with both brass weights in the handles, the Balisong got pretty dang heavy. And then I just didn't really want to flip it because it was so heavy. So what I did the other day was I was like, okay, I've tried everything else. Why don't I just take all the brass weights out entirely? And that's what I did. And now this thing feels like a brand new, completely different Balisong. It flips so much better than how it did. It flipped really good with 1 brass weight in there, but with no brass weights, it feels so much better. It's lighter, it's more nimble. It's a little bit blade biased now, but I like that. Like, it feels so fast and quick to flip now. It still carries momentum very, very well. Palm fans are still a little awkward on this Balisong, I'm not gonna lie. Like, palm fans still work, it's just kind of awkward to get into them. Ooh, that felt good. So yeah, what I think it might be is it just might be the Talon blade that came on my particular Superfly. For those of you that don't know, the BBSuperfly, you can get like 4 different blades for it, I think now. You can get this blade, you can get a really traditional looking trainer blade, you can get BBBarfly's like signature hook blade, or you can get the Barracuda blade on the Superfly now. I really like the Barracuda blade. I think that one's my favorite out of all of them. And then the hook one would probably be the next favorite on my list, just for like the looks. I think that one is just a little bit lighter as well. And then I think my next favorite would be the Talon blade. I really like the way it looks, but it's just a little heavy, and it does make this Balisong just a little bit blade bias without any of the weights in there. Oh, hello creature. I didn't know you were out there. Ooh. Oh, but don't get me wrong, I am a huge, huge fan of the Superfly. I like it a lot more than like the Empress or even the Cygnus, and especially now that I took the brass weights off. Now this Balisong feels awesome, and I'm a real big fan of how it feels now. Okay, fan, choker fan, palm fan, reverse palm fan. Okay, yeah, it feels pretty dang good now without them weights. Yeah, if you have a BBSuperfly and you haven't tried running it without the brass weights, I highly recommend you try it out, because I really, really like it. It totally improved this Balisong like tenfold for me. I already really liked it, but without the brass weights, it's just so much better in my opinion. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about real quick with the BBSuperfly. Yeah, huge shout out to Sergey and everyone else at BBBarfly. The Superfly is still pretty dang bussin', especially now that I've taken the brass weights out of it. Whew. All right, my friends, with that, I think we're going to wrap up today's video, checking out this BBSuperfly, and of course, doing this little mod project and changing up the color scheme on my Bxndxgeknives Stitch. I am a pretty big fan of both of these Balisongs. Huge shout out to BBBarfly, as well as a huge shout out to Bxndxgeknives and Zippy. These are three awesome brands that definitely deserve your support and your love, so definitely go check them out, give them a follow, check out the products, buy something from them. Yeah, huge shout out to those guys, and a shout out to you if you made it this far in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Real quick, I just want to give a huge shout out to Cosmic Steez, A Horse Running, Jet, Solar Flare, Jan Chocolate, Bxndxgeknives, Sunil Verma, and Rob Heath. Those are my current channel members. Their support really does mean a lot. If you want to join these guys, get a shout out in my longer videos, get access to my members only videos, and just help support the channel in a bigger way, and you can go down there, click the join button. Tiers start as low as $3. But if you don't want to join a membership and you still want to support the channel in that way, just as like a one-time thing, you can go down there, hit the super thanks button. That's basically like a little tip jar. But regardless if you do that or not, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you enjoyed. Once again, if you did enjoy, definitely let me know. How about the video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, share the video around. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and any help towards that is greatly appreciated. But I'm done being a tool. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.